we are off to Slovenia. Our first time as a family for everybody to go to Slovenia. I've heard that it speaks Slovish. It likes sausages and dumplings. It does not speak very slow. No, yes, it speaks very slow. It likes dumplings and sausages, which does not sound like particularly summer food. And we are going to visit Postojna caves with this train. The one thing Scott said on this trip is no more caves, so we never like to disappoint. But this one has a train, and he's now thinking it's going to be a replay of when he got on the Big Dipper and he got stuck. So join us for that one tomorrow. Oh, Noventa di Piave outlet mall, which reminds me very much of America. We haven't been able to go to get Scott shopping, so we come to get coffee and have a bit of a nosy as it's on the way to Slovenia. It's just before Trieste, straight off the motorway, and here you go. My god, it even smells like America. Junk food. Great place to let off steam. God, a blast from the past. This is pretty much where we used to live. After a quick shop in Geox and a row on a gondola, it was time to head back in the car and aim for Slovenia. Welcome to our apartment. This is City Blue Sky. So we get this lovely seating area and also dry the clothes. This is a 2-bed apartment. Some people are already making themselves at home, and it has the most amazing artwork all over it. Which is really cool. It is actually cool in here as well. It's super clean and tidy.
Hola.
And we're not far from the Predjama caves, which are the main sight to see for the whole of Slovenia. Look at the views from here. It's gorgeous. After letting Scott have at least a 15-minute break, it was time to go off exploring because it's so beautiful. So I chose Predjama Castle, which has a world record in the Guinness Book of Records for being the largest castle in a cave. I didn't even know there was such a category, but it's 12 kilometers from our house and it's absolutely beautiful. So we'll come to eat at the Postojna Castle, which is, this is the view from our table of Predjama Grad, the castle. And he's in and he's looking at the prices. How are the prices stacking up there, Mr. Scott?
They're really good. I was actually looking at the food.
Yeah. And it serves all...
Prices mean nothing if the food's good. Prices mean everything if the food's bad.
Yeah, that's true. So let's have a look. What can we get? Traditional meat and fish and goulash. I know there's goulash.
Goulash.
And fish.
Trout. You need some trout.
That is very good.
Is there any good stuff?
Yes. I'll just look back over here. It's very pretty. This is where Erasmus, the naughty knight, was based. And he annoyed people because allegedly he was like a Robin Hood type. And so the Slovenian, I think it was the Austrians, came to get him. So they staked him out here and he kept them at bay for over a year. And he used to send them presents down and throw suckling pigs and things off out the windows for them to eat. And they always wondered, how did he get all his food? How did he get all his supplies? He got fresh water from inside the cave, and he got his supplies because there's a secret tunnel at the back of that cave through to the next village. And it was his generosity that killed him in the end, because one of his servants who came down to give the besieging armies food was turned against him, and he told them that he used to go to do the number 1s and number 2s in his little toilet over there. And so one day the servant gave a sign that he was having his ablutions, and they blew him up. And so it was death by toilet, and that was the end of poor Erasmus, which is a sorry tale.
Like some tales.
Yeah, and it is true. It's like a bit of a horrible history, but it's a horribly true one. But how incredibly cool is this?
True. There was
It
one
is
person
yes.
that ate eels.
Eels,
and
that's
died.
it. And died. Henry
the
the
toilet.
First. But yeah, that is the castle of Erasmus the Naughty Knight. And then you've had your first Slovenian lesson. What's hello?
Hola.
Stras. What's hello again, please?
Zdravo.
Stravo.
What's beer?
Pivo.
Bibo.
Pivo.
Bibo. Bibo.
Pibo.
Bibo.
Strasvo and Fala.
Hvala.
Mucho
Hola.
español, poco italiano, but poco Slovenian.
Look at this. It's just gorgeous. Lovely. Look, I have this gorgeous trout, which you buy by the kilo. This is about 450 grams. He has sea bass with pine nuts and homemade pesto. And you know what? He wants this, and I'm looking at that, and I want that. And his is on a bed of polenta. And then I have homemade gnocchi, which he's stealing because I'm making a video. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's about 7 o'clock at night. There's hardly anybody here. Excuse the cursing in the background. It's outrageous. I come before him. No rude comments. But anyhow, this is 7 o'clock at night. It's absolutely quiet. We just had the most wonderful meal at the little inn. 54 euros, which to some people will be pricey, but you know what, for dinner with a view like this, you were paying an awful lot more. And it was fresh fish, and it was fabulous wine, and it was, I think it's when you get to the flag, you have to ring the bell. We've only heard the bell ring once. There's a lot of lazy people, but you climb to the top of the castle and ring the bell, and I think it's for good luck and love and prosperity and to return, and about 1,000 other different things. Can you imagine living in this castle? And that is what you wake up to every day.
It's not as good as my view what I wake up to every day though.
I know, I'm hot stuff. In a shuffle off your mortal coil, I suppose there are worse ways to go than a cannonball straight through your toilet. At least it was instantaneous.
Wow.
But crikey, what a castle. You would definitely want to defend it for a year, wouldn't you? And what giggles he must have had knowing that he had a secret tunnel through the back of there so he could have as much food and wine and everything else as whatever he wanted. He was perfectly okay because the masses camped out below here could not get him
Can I get a
out.
house with 10 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms and a massive tunnel?
Yes.
Right into the kitchen.
Here it is.
Boom.
Predjama Castle. Let's get a really good selfie here too. You can never...
That's on the video, Alexandra. Come here, princess.
And that's where we ate. There's another restaurant there, and then round the corner another one. Parking up here and parking down below. It's a really easy place to come. Well, a lime tree for a Slovenian person is a symbol of life, good health, wisdom and justice. This is Erasmus's resting place. Still looking over his beautiful castle since he died in 1484. And right next door to the little church he built in 1450. I don't think he was such a bad robber baron prince man. I think Erasmus was rather cool actually. After seeing the amazing Predjama Castle, we decided to take a slow, honestly it was slower than this, scenic drive back to Postojna and have a bit of a sit down there because it was a very special day in Slovenia. It was State Day. We couldn't get over how beautiful Slovenia was. We've lived in Ireland and that is green, but Slovenia is green on a whole different level.
I like it.
Ending the night with the day with cocktails and gelato
It's ice cream.
in the town square for Statehood Day, which is their national day, celebrating them declaring independence from Yugoslavia in 1991. Cheers, and I hope you enjoyed a sneaky peek of our first day in Slovenia. We had fun at Predjama Castle, the most incredible meal, and we are excited to see the famous Postojna caves tomorrow. So do give us a like, subscribe to the channel to see our full European tour, and thank you so much for joining the Big Love Travels team. Hasta luego!